At this moment, we ask that all fans please direct their attention to the center of the field for a special pre-game ceremony. On behalf of the National Football League, Morris Hills High School has been inducted into the Super Bowl High School Honor Roll. In celebration of last year's Super Bowl 50, the Super Bowl High School Honor Roll recognizes schools and communities from around the country that have had a player or coach that have participated in any of the game's 50 Super Bowls. Morris Hills High School is among over 2,000 schools from around the nation that have been recognized for their contribution to NFL Super Bowl history. A 1969 graduate, Bruce Bannon was one of the most accomplished student athletes in the history of Morris Hills High School. Participating in track, wrestling, and football, he was the second 9-year Letterman winner in the history of the school. Selected New Jersey High School Athlete of the Year and class valedictorian, he was awarded a full academic scholarship at Penn State University. Bruce played defense for the late Joe Paterno and received the 1972 Hall of Fame Scholar Athlete Award. He played in the Orange and Sugar Bowls and was named Defensive MVP of the 1972 Cotton Bowl. He was selected as both a football and academic All-American. Bruce graduated second in his class with a BS in Geological Sciences and was an Evan Pugh Scholar and NCAA Scholar. Bruce played professional football with the Miami Dolphins under Don Shula. He was Special Teams Player of the Year and NFL Defensive Player of the Week. He earned his ring as a member of the 1973 Super Bowl VIII championship team. After several years in the aerospace and military markets and leadership positions at several firms, Bruce now runs his own consulting company, Growth Enterprises. The father of 5 now lives in Pennsylvania with his wife, Lori. On behalf of the historic accomplishments of Bruce Bannon, Morris Hills High School will be awarded a commemorative Golden Football. Bruce is being escorted this afternoon by Cliff Back and George Robochak. At this moment, Bruce Bannon will now present the Golden Football to school principal Todd Torriello, athletic director Robert Haraka, and head football coach Mike Sabo. Congratulations to Morris Hills High School, and welcome to the Super Bowl High School Honor Roll. At this time, we are honored to turn over the microphone and hear a few words from our distinguished guest, Bruce Bannon.
I'm very happy to be here today. I have great memories of being at Morris Hills. It was a great place to play football, to play sports. I got a fantastic education here, which helped me through my time at Penn State in my career. But most importantly, I developed some great friendships which have lasted over the decades, and some of my best friends are here today. So thank you for having me here today. As the announcer said when he gave my speech already, 50 years ago, there was a decision to have a game, not called the Super Bowl, but a championship game between the American Football League and the National Football League. Last year was the 50th anniversary. There was someone who was very smart in the NFL, and they realized that most of the players in the Super Bowl began their career and learned to play football in high school. So they thought it was very appropriate to give this trophy to all the high schools to show how much they had to do with the great athletes that participated in the NFL. I'd like to say one thing, a few things, before I end today. I was very lucky to play for the Miami Dolphins. When I went to Miami Dolphins as a rookie, I was 22 years old. The year before, they had won their first Super Bowl, and they had an undefeated season, a perfect season of 17-0, which no other team in the history of professional football has achieved. I was lucky to be with Miami when they won the second Super Bowl, Super Bowl VIII, against the Minnesota Vikings. When I was at Mars Hills, I was fortunate to play on some great teams. And there were already great teams in the 60s at Mars Hills. There were great coaches, like the coaches here today, and they were great football players. I remember watching John Schroney, Stoltler, Chilcott, Stokes, my brother Richard, and Siska. And I thought, one day I'll be able to play at Mars Hills. It's interesting to note that some of the qualities that made the Miami Dolphins world champs are the same qualities that made Mars Hills a great football power. Not only one of the best high schools in Morris County, but one of the best in all of New Jersey. And I see three things where there's commonality among two great teams and programs. Number one, they had great coaches. Coaches who understood the strategy of winning, but who also understood the importance of fundamentals, blocking and tackling. I was amazed when I was with Miami that every day, everybody on the team, except for the quarterbacks who were prima donnas, had to practice blocking and tackling. The second thing they had in common was that the athletes were not just great athletes, they were great football players. They were smart football players. They could read the offense, they could read the defense. They knew what their job had to be on a particular circumstance. And the third area of commonality was that everybody, the coaches, every player, played for the good, for the glory of their team. There were not people who played just for themselves. They realized that playing as a team made them much stronger than they were as individuals. And with that, I'm honored to be able to give this football to Mars Hills, and I hope both teams good luck today and for the rest of the season. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it for Bruce Bannon, and congratulations to Mars Hills High School for being inducted into the Super Bowl High School Honor Roll. At this time, we ask that all fans please rise for the playing of the national anthem by the award-winning Mars Hills Scarlet Knights Marching Band.